pessoas, sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um vídeo aqui no canal Nerd. Eu estou de volta com vocês com a última parte da missão do Arconte, tá? A gente vai falar com a Dia, tá bom? E vamos ver o que acontece aqui. Eu tô muito curiosa quanto ao Scaramouche. Então, bora seguir com a missão. Quem que a gente veio procurar? A Dia. Dia. Eu sempre esqueço. Dia. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Doing your side.
Dad, it's been so long since we've seen you.
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
Que bom.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Com certeza. Desculpa, eu amo essa música. Ela é muito boa. Não melhor que a da cidade de Sumer. Então você também está aqui?
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
Oh.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I'd already decided that I'd quit as soon as you recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
Ela vai sair no mar?
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Ela é doida.
But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
No, if I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
Oh?
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
Ele disse que ia sugerir.
What?
Não soubemos de nada
I
disso.
heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia, but only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Eu consigo.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight, so he suggested I find some work in the academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
É, realmente. Tem os
The
Matra.
Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
Acho que deve ser que ser livre é apenas parte de quem Dia é.
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can. Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
Ok, então ela pode ir no banquete.
For Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually
Agora ela pode.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great!
Cadê esse
I'll be
cara?
sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
A gente
The
não vai
feast will be held in 2
fazer uma
days, so
visitinha
don't
pra
forget.
Kusanali?
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh,
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when you meet him.
Obrigada, Dia.
Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
all right, on to our next stop.
Sino! Vila Aro. Cadê o Sino? Oh! Ele tá aqui mesmo.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru village. Ah, there's Sino.
O que ele tá fazendo aqui? Quanto tempo?
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Obrigada por nos levar até ele.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's
Oh.
blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And, huh? Satari?
Oh!
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
Como você tem estado?
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
Você não será mais uma estudiosa?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Oh!
So you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes. It's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret
Legal.
suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance.
Ok.
Miss Ataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will
Não
become.
foi a gente que disse isso.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss,
These
Foi a
words
gente.
sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Sim, ouvimos.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites.
Oh.
My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Concordo.
aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert.
Oh.
I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
Coloca o sino como grande sábio.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
É a fala que tá no túmulo, lá no mausoléu do rei Deshret.
I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to
A
attend.
gente não vai falar que é pro sino.
At the feast, we'll also be
Ah, yeah.
celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast?
Oh, então você realmente não sabia.
It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Vocês também estão convidados.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you.
Ok,
Although,
menos NPC pra
if you'd
falar.
be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down.
Passaremos a mensagem para Nilo.
Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
A gente tem que falar com a Kusanali, não? Ok, pronto.
Today's the big day. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
Agora liberou a missão do Tinari, gente. De novo. Cadê o pessoal? Oh, Hayden. Olá.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Tadinho.
There you are.
Boa tarde.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Oh, no.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Concordo.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here!
O banquete e celebração do General Mahamatra no Grande Bazar acontece conforme planejado. As bebidas estão fluindo, a comida deliciosa, a bancada está belamente organizada. Todos comem e bebem antes de assistirem à apresentação preparada pela Nilo e todos do Grande Bazar. Gradualmente o tempo foi passando nessa atmosfera maravilhosa e a maravilhosa tarde quase parece um sonho.
It's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing! The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get
Concord.
used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable!
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Muita sorte, Hayden.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully.
Concordo, Hayden.
Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
Ok,
Would you say we're good actors too?
É mais talento para registrarmos.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Retornar para a academia abandonada e negligenciada?
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The academia basically abandoned her because of it.
Oh.
This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something
Wow.
wrong?
Yeah. What's with that face?
Não se importe
You knew
comigo.
all this already.
Minha mente estava em outro lugar.
Even if those two giants of the academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Parece que depois de todos esquecerem a Lorde Maior Rukadevata, o entendimento delas da história de Sumero também mudou. Agora todos acreditam que a Lorde Menor Kusanali foi Arconte de Sumero o tempo todo. Talvez apenas eu, em todo Teyvat, lembre que a Lorde Maior Rukadevata já existiu. Como testemunha de tudo o que aconteceu, eu respeitarei a escolha dela e manterei o segredo.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Simon?
Adorei.
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it in another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I
Pois
did
é.
have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage.
Oh.
If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all? So that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
Concordo.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
Eu quero muito o Raiden.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day, just like I'm doing now.
Ele não sorri.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
A gente tem que falar com a Arconte, né? Fale com todos no banquete. É claro, vocês sabem que eu vou começar pelo Alreitam.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
Eu pensei que você fosse achar entediante.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts, unlike the farces at the Academia.
Oh, você é tão legal, Alreitam.
That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Ele trancou o colega de quarto dele. Oh, adorei. Ele trancou o colega de quarto dele.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody.
Eu tô rindo até
I had
agora.
the chance to meet all the heroes.
É um prazer, estamos felizes de poder vir.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
Ok.
There you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it.
Está ótimo, obrigada por me convidar.
That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
Nós temos uma mensagem para te dar. Você conta a mensagem de Cetária para Nilo.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now.
Tá. Sino!
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious.
É difícil ver você em um local tão animado.
Yeah. I don't often come to such places. But it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
Oh, está tudo bem, não se preocupe conosco. Mas eu vou fazer sua missão lendária.
There's always next time. We're friends after all. This feast is pretty good.
Ele
I like
sorriu?
it.
Falamos com todo mundo, e agora? Eu quero saber cadê o Scaramouche, a Kusanali.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
De repente estou com sono. Parece que estou caindo de sono.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy.
Sério?
Of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
A Kusanali quer falar com a gente. Eu quero muito o Alreitam. É porque eu não dormi bem durante a noite que eu me senti com sono de repente? Ou é porque estou muito cheia? Hã? Parece que alguém está ali. É a Kusanali querendo falar com a gente.
It's me.
Narida, parece que minha consciência está conectada com a sua de novo.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
Você precisa de mim para algo?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
O que foi? É o
Please
Scaramouche?
say thank you to everyone for me.
Ah, então é sobre isso. Narida, seria melhor se você pudesse fazer isso por você mesmo.
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
Algumas coisas no mundo devem ser feitas por nós mesmas.
But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
Vai ficar tudo bem, por favor, não se preocupe tanto.
Let me think about it. Okay,
Aparece! Você se decidiu?
yes, I have.
Isso é bom. Espere!
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So,
Ah,
I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
filha da mãe, então pelo menos me prometa que você não vai dizer nada esquisito com o meu corpo.
Everyone, it's me.
Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up, what's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali? Oh, Nilu. You know who I am? Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Eu queria muito
the
saber do
suffering you
Scaramouche.
endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so
Eu
much.
realmente queria saber do Scaramouche, porque ninguém vai dar atenção pro pobre e ele tá com problemas. Viu? Como eu disse, todos estão felizes de te conhecer.
Yeah.
Foi tão triste. Nahida aparece para uma visita surpresa e leva o banquete a seu clímax. Felicidade sincera flui pelos corações de todos os presentes. Uma atmosfera aquecida de conversas e risadas continua até tarde da noite. O banquete acaba de uma maneira perfeita. Mas eu realmente tô preocupada com o Scaramouche, porque foi muito triste. Eu achei muito triste. O próximo dia.
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
Eu acho que dormi
After
bem.
Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Ainda assim, nada comparado a Paimon.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon. All right, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida?
Sim.
She should be in the Academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Sim, senhora. Alguém, por favor. Eu tenho muita dó dele. Opa, não era pra ter apertado esse botão. Nahida! Acho que agora é o final. Já?
Nahida!
Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know?
Sim. Sobre Scaramouche.
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather.
Aw.
I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition,
Ele tá em coma,
there are still some
tadinho.
mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
Sobre o Akasha.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6th grade sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Ok, então o Scaramouche, ele tá em coma. Tá, entendi. Quer dizer, então, que no próximo patch, muito provavelmente, a gente vai ter a missão do principal com referências ao Scaramouche. Tentando entender o que aconteceu com ele, não é mesmo? E o que a gente vai acontecer ainda com ele.
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
Ele pegou Gnosis?
Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles.
Sim.
In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
Ok. Sobre Fontaine, a próxima parada em minha jornada. Você só vai pra lá muito depois, viajante, pode ter certeza.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates on a judicial system.
Oh, não. Eu prefiro o Sumero, por favor.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Fossalor, won't preside over individual trials.
Fossalor.
However, even then, Fossalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Ok. Então não tenho mais nada a dizer.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Huh? You mean...
About your brother.
Oh!
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
Mas nós dois viemos de além do Mar de Estrelas. Não deveria haver nenhuma informação sobre ele na Irminsul.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your brother. Because as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all.
What?
There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
Oh? Como isso é possível? Antes disso, eu sempre viajei pelo Mar de Estrelas com meu irmão. Como é possível que ele venha de Teyvat? As informações não batem. Há algo errado com minhas memórias ou foi esse mundo que fez algo com meu irmão?
Nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to
Pois
Teyvat?
Você tem mais informações?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Erminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate.
Eita!
And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Será que pode estar relacionado ao abismo?
But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Descidos?
What's a descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui
Sim.
in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Tevat's 4th Descender.
Quarta?
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
Então quer dizer que os princípios celestiais não são do mundo de Teyvat. Oh my god. Por favor, Royoverse, não mistura meu Genshin com Honkai.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
O mesmo aqui, eu preciso de tempo para refletir sobre o que você
And
disse.
soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Oh, acabou mesmo. Eles vão deixar o Scaramouche pra próxima mesmo. Oh, wow.
Is there anything you...
É todas as perguntas, né?
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru.
Vai
I'm very
demorar!
interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world.
Muito provavelmente vai demorar até 3.6, mais ou
If fate
menos.
is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure
Lembra
glad we got to
de
meet
Inazuma?
you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Ok. Tá finalizado, a gente ganhou um ramo, né, da Irminsul lá, que é um dos galhos da... Aqui, galho primário. Um novo ramo foi recolhido do centro do mundo. Antes havia uma enorme árvore que atuava em todas as partes do mundo. Este ramo fazia parte dela. Embora tenha sido quebrado, este ramo nunca perdeu a ligação que tinha com a árvore. Dessa forma, enquanto a madeira daquela gigante branca que simboliza o centro do mundo não morrer, o ramo também nunca murchará. Oh. Tá, depois quem quiser pausar pra ler, leia. Eu vou ler depois, tá? Tudo certinho. Eu tô muito ansiosa, porque eu queria ver o Scaramouche. Só que eles vão deixar a gente esperando até o próximo patch, né? Filhos da mãe. Eu acho que a gente vai ter, assim, o aparecimento de um colega nosso, não é mesmo? Vocês sabem. um cara assim, como é que eu posso dizer? Que adora apreciar um bom vinho. Talvez até demais. Então é isso, até o próximo vídeo aqui no canal Nerd, tá? Dá uma olhada no Discord do canal, o link tá aqui na descrição, na Twitch. Compartilha, dá um like. Essa missão foi muito top, tá? Eu tô feliz, mas ao mesmo tempo eu tô pensativa. O que eles vão aprontar com esse Scaramouche? Porque eu realmente fiquei com dó dele. Eu tô com dó dele desde que a gente viu as memórias dele. Então, poxa, tadinho, eu fiquei muito chateada com o desespero dele, tadinho. Eu sou uma pessoa doida. E eu quero o Alhaitham. Então na conta principal eu planejo conseguir o Alhaitham e na secundária o Scaramouche. Se tudo der certo, é claro. E até o próximo vídeo no canal Nerd. Eu fui!